Hi there, it's Ariel White with SoSX.com, and I'm coming to you live from my backyard. If you look that way, you'll see a whole lot of trees and hills and shrubs, and a few minutes ago a coyote walked by, and yeah, it's wild where I live. And I actually moved here not long ago after living in very densely populated areas for a long time. I feel like I'm just now really starting to get the impact of having more quiet, more space, more direct connection with the earth in my day-to-day experience. And one of the reasons why I wanted to talk about that today is because when it comes to our sexual empowerment journey as women, really, I mean, it can happen anywhere. It can happen in an elevator, in a skyscraper, in New York City, if you know, it can happen anywhere. And just like meditation, the idea of meditation is, you know, you could do that anywhere. However, there are certain environments that are more conducive or supportive to meditating. For example, you know, going to a temple. Yeah, ideally we could meditate even in a war zone, but especially when we're getting started, and even, it doesn't matter how advanced we are, there's something so great about being in space that is actually designed or supportive of whatever undertaking we are engaged in. So when it comes to sexual vitality, sexual empowerment, just liberated sex flowing, nature is one of the most awesome ways and one of the most supportive environments for that. You can make noise. Ooh, yeah, and no one's gonna complain about it. That is awesome. I don't think we realize that as women, and just humans in general, we've been so silenced. You know, it's okay if we hear someone shouting next door. That's not socially taboo. But making sound, making pleasure sounds, making sounds while you're, you know, touching your own body or engaged with a lover, that's not so common and not so comfortable. Now, of course, I'm an advocate for making pleasure sounds if you're in your own space, wherever you are, and if your neighbors hear you, it's good for them. That's kind of my stance on it. Just to, when it comes to, especially if making sound is new to you, it can be supportive and encouraging to go somewhere where you know you're not going to be ruffling any feathers or bothering anyone. So, nature is really great for accessing the full scope of our sexual pleasure sounds. B, the earth is such a reflection of our body. So I feel like oftentimes we ignore our bodies, and that's part of what we're coming home to in our whole waking up to deeper elements of our sexuality. That's going to mean paying more attention to our body, paying more attention to the sensations, to the feelings, literally giving more attention in that way. And just like oftentimes we forget to pay attention to our body, generally that's mirrored in the natural world, and we completely forget to go into nature, to breathe the fresh air, to put our feet directly on the earth. I don't know if you know this, but the shoes that we wear literally block the magnetic field that's coming up from the earth. And, you know, you might not think much about that. However, in order to really feel right in our bodies and to really connect to our natural rhythms, it is one of the easiest and most effective things we can do is have direct contact with the earth sometimes. The earth is really what everything comes from. And there's a rhythm. There's energetics, there's a rhythm to the earth. And when we wear our shoes, the rubber soles actually block that current from entering into our body. So if we're feeling stressed out, one of the best things we can do is literally take off our shoes and get them on the earth, or even better, lay on the earth. So if we're wanting to experience more connection to our sexuality, more awareness of our body, being in nature is one of the best things. It's a mirror. It's a mirror. And if we find that we're out in nature and our mind is going 1,000,000 miles a minute, well, I wouldn't be surprised if that's also happening when we're in our bedroom, you know, trying to do our self-pleasure sessions and connecting and trying to pay attention to our body. It might be that our attention starts wandering. And going into nature is just so rewarding. It's just so beautiful. And I also feel like, part of the invitation of coming into more sexual expression, more connection, and really making sexuality a priority in your life, you're really challenging the over-masculinized system and the whole do, work, constantly be on our devices, constantly be producing, which honestly isn't sustainable anyways. We'll give ourselves cancer, or we'll drop dead, or we'll just not have fun anymore, and, why wouldn't we want to be totally engaged and excited about what we're doing? So, but when we really start making embodiment, paying attention to our bodies, paying attention and enjoying our sexuality a priority, that really starts to challenge not only the system out there, but our own outdated ways of doing things. So even if we want it, it might not be comfortable to make that transition. And nature can be such a grounding place to venture into, to really, it's like to get a reality check and to see what is really real. This is what sustains life itself. There would be no bodies. There would be no Facebook. There would be no technology. There would be no art if there wasn't this. Nature is what sustains life itself. And so it can be just so humbling to once in a while, take a hike or just have a picnic or go to the ocean's edge and just see that you are just part of a much larger fabric. And to me, it really helps put things in perspective of like, wow, all that stuff that I'm doing, yes, it's valuable, and this is where life comes from, and at some point I'm gonna die and it will go back to the earth. And so I feel like making nature a priority absolutely starts creating the right discipline and context that we need to make our bodies more of a priority and our sexuality more of a priority. And it's just so rewarding. It's so beautiful. And more beauty is definitely something that you deserve. So many blessings and so much love and appreciation for your beauty, and thank you for taking a moment to step out and connect in with this. We'll see you next time.